Dude, calm down. Calm down, man.
Welcome back, everybody, to Lackluster Gaming, the show for those who love to game but know they're mediocre at best. And today I've got some quick news before we get started concerning yesterday's video. You can check that one out right up there. We were the first to report Team Battle. And we'll get into that in a minute, but let's get these shoutouts done. Ariz Ali came in first yesterday, and yesterday was also Tristan Smith's birthday. Happy birthday, buddy. Giovanni, what up? Finally made it top 10, brother. Antoine Campbell, Abraham Gian. Again, he gets up there a lot, you guys. You guys gotta beat him. And Adrian Reyes. Thank you guys so much for your support. I love you guys. Now, yesterday we had found the picture of the last half of a battle button with a solid line and what appeared to be an E. Now, we had confirmed, maybe not confirmed, but we had questioned the validity of the button, and people were trying to piece together whether it was clan battle or perhaps team battle, and the best fit based on the font and the placement of the words was team battle based on a post we discovered yesterday on Reddit. But after that first piece was found, we realized it was actually the second piece, and somebody dug deep and found that if you click on the letter T in Reddit, under the news section, you'll find the first link to the puzzle that was distributed earlier. Piecing the two together, it's fairly obvious that it is team battle. Supercell also released this YouTube link to Ash's page, which shows the next big update could equal the team battle. So it's almost like an indirect validation of the actual team battle button. Furthermore, Tim from Supercell released this post. It says, favorite part, it's coming in the next update. Favorite card, also coming in the next update. And then the emoji has like a little cat with hard eyes. I doubt that's anything, but who knows? If it's a cat, quote me on it. If it's not, forget about it. So remember, this isn't just a presentation, it's more of a conversation. I respond to almost every single comment left down below. So let me know, what do you guys think is coming? The team battle, what is it gonna be? How is it gonna be performed? Is it gonna have to be on a landscape? Are there gonna be more towers than just the 3 on each side? You know, I've got questions, I need answers. You might have them, let's discuss it. And now let's check out today's 3-crown deck! So if you know about me, and you've been around before I had 2,500 subscribers, you know that before that period, I was horrible with beatdown decks. I just could not perform well with them at all. Anytime you put a giant in my hand, I just sucked with it, and that was unfortunate, but that was the truth. I was great with hog cycle decks and zap bait decks, but somewhere along the line, I started picking up some beatdown decks and started really trying to figure them out and implement them into my own gameplay. And this has become the result. It's been quite amazing. I'm getting a lot better at these beatdown decks when it comes to Golem, P.E.K.K.A, these giant decks. I'm just schooling people with it, and I'm loving them a lot better. I feel like there's a lot more strategy involved. It's not as fast-paced, so it's not just like throw down a bunch of cards all at one time. And I'm not disrespecting anybody who liked the Zap Bait archetypes or any of those fast-paced archetypes, because they are a lot of fun, and they do take a lot of skill, sometimes more so than a beatdown deck, but I do have to say I'm enjoying the strategies used in these big heavy beatdown decks. Now let's go over the deck. We've got the giant, we've got the 3 musketeers, the zap, the ice golem, the minions, 3 elixir, the mini P.E.K.K.A, pump, and log. Now obviously if you don't have log, we can't replace it with the zap because we already contain that card, so you're gonna have to use something similar like the arrows or the fireball. Now as far as the ice golem, I know a lot of you guys aren't going to have the ice golem, and perhaps some of you don't even have the 3 musketeers, and that's okay. Now, if you don't have the 3 musketeers, there's not a lot that I can tell you. Maybe perhaps input a minion horde or something like that, but if you don't have the ice golem, a definite awesome replacement for it would be the knight. Now, moving on to the gameplay, we've got lots of stuff going on. We're into double elixir right here. And so far, we haven't made made really any progress. The game's about even. We got a minor poison deck coming at us. I've got one pump down. We're in double elixir, so it's looking good for us. Now he's gonna come over here with this battle ram. We're gonna knock it out real quick with the 3 musketeer, put an ice golem in the front, start pushing forward. We're gonna put these minions there to deal with that inferno tower and zap it so it resets and retargets those minions, while on the opposite side we're not getting too much damage, but over here we've got a giant and a minion on the tower, as well as our mini P.E.K.K.A coming up right behind it. And look at that. Now we take out the tower completely, and that poison just totally destroys my 3 musketeer push. So I put down a second giant on the field to go towards the top right, but look at that mini P.E.K.K.A, undefended, slashing away, and boom, out of nowhere, within less than 1 minute, we get the 3 crown victory. Pretty awesome, pretty powerful, pretty amazing, if you know what I mean. Sorry about those transitions. I'm trying to learn how to get around them. But anyway, here we go again. This is not the ideal starting hand. However, you know, we've got plenty to defend with. So I start out with an ice golem in the back because it's not really wasting elixir. It's only 2 elixir, and I want to cycle to the pump. That's one of the key factors in this deck. Now, luckily, this deck has a lot of ground cards, so this giant skeleton isn't going to do a whole lot. I place down the giant to start tanking from everything, while the minions do the bulk of the work on the surrounding cards. Now, my ice golem is going to make it to the tower and get 1, 2, almost 2 big shots on that tower, and he's crying it off because he's got nothing. But anyway, we've cycled to our pump. That was our main goal, just defend and pump, defend and pump. We get the pump down, and we've reset. Now, this guy's starting out with the hog rider in the back, and I'm not really sure why, and actually I'm just realizing now that this is a level 8 on a classic challenge, so it's a little under leveled. But here we go with the ice golem and the minions and the mini P.E.K.K.A, and we're gonna log because usually people will try to counter the mini P.E.K.K.A with the Skarmy, and they're dumb about it. They don't place it in the center, and they place it right in the lane, so the log usually works out. But we still are able to get 1 swing off with that mini P.E.K.K.A, so that's great. Now, I didn't really need to defend right there. I don't know why exactly I did, but we did, and we get our mini P.E.K.K.A there, and we get another swing off. So maybe this level 8 just has never played against a deck like this, but I mean, it's a mini P.E.K.K.A. It's one of the earlier cards in the game, so he should be able to handle it, if you know what I mean. So here we go again. We've got a giant this time with 3 musketeers. We're splitting 2 musketeers behind the giant for protection. We place an ice golem in front of the musketeer over there. We knew the Skarmy was coming, so we logged it out. Now we got 2 almost full health musketeers and a giant on the tower, but he's coming in hard over on the opposite side with a hog rider, a giant skeleton, and a battle ram, which we are able to defend with our mini P.E.K.K.A, a giant as a defensive card, and the minions, while the other stuff does the work and gets us another 3 crown victory. It's crazy. I'm telling you, this thing does tons and tons of work. It's pretty insane. So let's get into this last and third battle. Again, just a real quick video today. I got lots of stuff to work on. I got a really great video coming out tomorrow, so stick around for that. You guys are going to love it. Now, if the pump is in your opening hand, good. Put it down. You got your mini P.E.K.K.A, you got your minions, and a couple other defensive options that you can do, that you can work with, but make sure you've got some defensive options. So here, we're placed down the ice golem to tank for that Sparky. We place down the 3 musketeers to start doing work. We're gonna zap right there just to reset that Sparky and allow those 2 musketeers to do some damage. We'll also put down these minions, and that will pretty much clear out most of the stuff that we were working on, and our musketeer got tons of damage on that top right corner, so that's great. We've recycled now all the way back to our pump. Our current pump has almost half of its health, so we're gonna place down our second pump. He's coming in hard with the minor graveyard, so he knew that he knew I was waiting for that pump, and I didn't know he had that graveyard, so he's working with some big legendaries, but luckily our Ice Golem and our Mini P.E.K.K.A were able to defend enough so that we did not lose a tower. Now he places down his Ice or Electro Wizard to counter the Mini P.E.K.K.A, and that's fine, because we're going to start a push on the opposite side, and here he comes. His Electro Wizard locks onto the tower so we can take it out with those 3 Elixir minions, and they will also work on that Giant. So we're not going to worry about it. What we're going to do is we're going to put these 3 Muskies right behind our Giant, because now we've got a big push. We put the Ice Golem, tried to get it in front of that 1 Musketeer, but I should have split them maybe a little further back. We're going to zap out that Skarmy, and boom, there goes 1 tower. And we still have a Giant and 2 Musketeers on the board. We'll place down a second Giant to start working on that opposite tower while everything else is working on that King Tower. He's got a level 2 Executioner. I wouldn't have used it if I was him. Takes out that push, but everything else coming from the opposite tower makes another 3-crown victory. I'm telling you, the amount of 3-crown victories you get with this deck is unreal. Give it a shot, let me know what you think, and remember, you get the news here on this channel first, whether or not Supercell puts it out on Facebook or not. This is the right channel to be at for the good stuff. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you guys. Peace out.